We did, yeah, I guess.
You guys that one?
Yes, I'm very good, thanks. Sorry, Rob, I was
Miles away.
away with the ferries.
Tomorrow night, eh?
Hey?
Thinking about tomorrow night.
No.
That's the plan.
Yeah, I not concede from a corner.
Couple of minutes.
Right, guys.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just a reminder that the first section of the broadcast section is embargoed until the end, so no live reporting, please. And we'll go to Zoom at the end if there are any questions for the newspapers again. But we'll start with you, Kirsty.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Before we get on to Leicester, just something we're talking to all the managers about today. As we approach the end of the season, the title race is still well open. We're perhaps seeing signs of pressure from the managers in interviews. Just how intense will it be up there at the top with it being so close?
I don't think you see the pressure in the managers, both obviously Pep and Jurgen are brilliant managers. They've had great seasons up until now, and they'll go right to the very end. Sometimes it's about the questions that they're asked, but no, there's no pressure with them. You see their teams play; they get top players, they're top managers, and I just think the best team will win by the end.
Well, on to what you're focusing on. How's your team looking for tomorrow night?
Yeah, but we're obviously very determined playing another home game after the disappointment of losing at the weekend. We'd been on a decent run at home for a period of time, so to lose the game in the manner that we did was disappointing. So, but you have to move on. Our notion for this season is to really finish the season as strong as we can. I'm looking forward to the summer already to reset and go again, but we've got 4 games left that we want to work well in. So disappointing at the weekend, but we move on to our next game, and we come to playing at home, and we really enjoy playing at home. The pitch is amazing; it allows us to play football, but of course we want to take the 3 points.
Although a lot of your focus now will be on the summer and maybe changes you might want to make, how important are the games still left, and in terms of where you finish in the table? Are you still aiming for perhaps a top half finish?
Yeah, that's I'd said that a number of months back. If we could do that, then that would be important for us. But I think obviously this season, because the expectations have really increased because of the performance level over these last couple of years, then of course that means then when that increases, then the disappointment increases. But I've always got the bigger picture here of where this club was at and where we're at now, and the expectations that are there, and we want to keep going with those. But it's important to finish the season strong, finish as high as you possibly can. You want to perform well and take a good confidence into the pre-season, and that's our aim.
You had the frustrations of conceding from a corner again on Sunday. You changed your team to try and deal with that. What more can you do? Are you sort of thinking there's nothing else you can do now?
No, there's always something. I think that as it's been an issue for us all season. Like I've said before, it's pretty straightforward. In the theoretical side of it, in terms of when you actually every club will analyse the set pieces, and there's a lot of hours upon hours of work that goes into that. For us over the course of the season, yes, we've missed some games with certain players and their profile in the team, but we've had that also where we've had that profile in the team and haven't defended it. But I think a lot of it boils down to that courage and bravery to hit the ball, getting that first contact, and whether that's attacking a corner or defending a corner. That has been a struggle for us this year. And my only promise is that we will be better for sure next year, once we've had the summer. difficult. We're always look to improve that and go into every game with the notion that we will, but with very, very limited time to work on it. Then it can be difficult. But certainly come the summer and going forward, if nearly half of our goals that we've conceded are from corners, then of course it's glaring where we need to improve for next season. So yeah, but we go into this game with the notion that we defend properly, like we have done in numbers of occasions, and keep a clean sheet, because, like I said, again, the goals we conceded the other day was from one corner and a throw-in. So
you have talked about that need for a refresh in the summer, so that's obviously one area you're looking at. Are you confident that in terms of the kind of players you want, that you feel you need in this team, is everybody on board in the club? Have you spoken a lot to the board, to the owner? Are they all sharing the same visions in terms of what you need to bring those players in? Yeah,
it's where the club are brilliant in terms of we're very much together. We understand the frustrations of this year. It's not just been on the pitch; it's been off the pitch. With the pandemic and everything else, and injuries. So that has been a challenge for us. But we also know what we've created over this last few years as well, and we're very focused now on the summer in terms of improving the squad. I said that it needs a healthy shake-up, which most clubs always do around this period of time. You want to keep your core players, of course, but you want to add quality. And for us, we've got certain player profiles that we need in the team to help us improve. So everyone's together on that. We don't have masses of money, but we want to bring in players that are ready to adapt to how we want to work, that come in with that idea to come into a mentality which we've created here, and obviously players that are very offense minded and that are aggressive. So we think there's players like that out there, and I'm sure when they can come into here, they can come in and improve.
Finally, facing Norwich, a team already relegated, they had a disappointing result as well over the weekend. What are you expecting from them? Will it be an easy ride?
No, there never is in the Premier League. It's always a tough game, and Dean, I'm absolute, 100% sure he'll be getting them ready for promotion for next year. He's a fantastic manager, Dean. He's really good experience. He'll go into the Championship. He knows how to get promoted out of there, and he'll give everything to be able to do that. But in the meantime, for us tomorrow, they've got some good players. We watched the game away at Manchester United, so away from home they can play with that freedom. They've got good players, and if we want to take the 3 points, we have to show the hunger that we've done in games in terms of defending in the game, which in general has been good, but from a set piece, static position, that's where our concentration needs to be. And if we can do that, we've got players that can score goals.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, Kirsty. We'll go to Rob from PLP, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi.
Hi. Team news-wise, how are you looking?
Yeah, the players that were out at the weekend are back, so James will be available, and who else do we have? We had Matters was out. Ricardo Pereira won't be available. James Justin will be available. That's good. So yeah, we're not too bad in terms of numbers.
Yeah, so pretty good options then all round.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Obviously, when you had a clear target when it came to the European competition, I guess it was quite easy to work towards that target. Because now that's now gone, are you now, because obviously people are target driven within professional football clubs, are you reassessing them? Are you saying, right, can we beat previous points tallies? Is it top 10? Are you listing a few to keep everyone kind of up and motivated and lots of things to focus on?
Yeah, it's just we some performance goals more than anything. Now it's a bit focusing on the performance, and with some little targets, but But for us, it's more really getting that level of performance, and especially in some key areas like our set pieces, trying to not concede, and then on the other hand, can we score from them? But overall, looking to perform, play with that enjoyment, and when we do that, we can play well.
That could lead to hopefully an emphatic win. How important would that be in terms of just getting you back on track confidence-wise after the last couple of results, which narrowly went against you?
Yeah, it's always important. Winning is always important. As great medicine in football, gives that confidence. But I have to say the confidence in the main of the players has been really good. I think the thing that I did notice at the weekend, unfortunately, was from the set piece, which was once we conceded that, you can near enough see in the players the here we go again type of scenario, and that's been the frustration for everyone, and them more so than anyone, haven't been on the field. So, but in general, you've seen the level of our game. I think we need to penetrate more when we're in the final third. So that's a key focus for us. We arrive in there very well, and we'll be up there with the teams in terms of getting into those areas. But from when we're there, we then just have to show that extra bit of quality, that extra little bit of decisiveness in the final third, and hopefully that'll give us opportunities to score goals.
Just finally, we're chatting to Wesley Fofana shortly. What have you made of his performances in recent weeks since coming back? Yeah,
done very well for a young player that's been out for such a long time. Having to sort of phasing back into it and then starting to play some consecutive games. His season really from coming back was just about maintaining fitness and working his way back to a level. So yeah, he's a top young player, and he's only going to get better.
Thanks, man.
Pleasure.
Thanks, Rob. We'll go to Owen from BBC Radio Leicester, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi,
Hope you're okay. You spoke about the refresh with Kirsty a few minutes ago, but I wonder whether at this moment there are players at the football club who have an opportunity to still play for their future, whether decisions have already been made, or whether it's still very much an open conversation about which players may leave in the summer and which players may stay.
No, listen, it's very much open to the end of the season. Players, you get the opportunity every day to show that you want to be here. It's not just in the games. Your attitude and energy in training is so important, and that's what's most important for a player. For me, they have to train hard, they have to work well, and then that's what they can control. They can't control the team, So I'm always looking and always observing training to look at the attitude of the players, the energy of the players, and as a player themselves, that's all you can do. And then we'll go into the summer. Some players may want to leave for more game time, but certainly I'm looking forward to the summer to resetting it all again in terms of bringing talent, bringing hunger, bringing goals, and bringing different profiles into the squad, because you need to have that as you progress. We're 3.5 years in the summer into what's been a great period for us, and this is a chance now to reflect and then reset a lot of things that allowed us to succeed over the last 2.5 years, really. So that's the plan, and that'll be the same for everyone.
I know you mentioned on Sunday about young new blood coming in. You just mentioned there about that kind of reset that you would like in the summer. Is there a number that you have in mind specifically about what that would take in terms of incomings and outgoings? Because I know with the 25-man Premier League squad, it can be difficult, particularly with Wesley Fofana being over 21 now. But is there a specific number that you're looking at?
Not really. I think there's key areas that we want to improve, but I wouldn't like to put a number on it, because, like I say, other things may change in the summer, and then then that number can increase, or if you can't, you don't have the budget, then it may decrease in terms of the number because you don't have the facility to get the players in. So yeah, but we want to improve. I think that's the important message, and as is next year, I pretty much, without European football, of course, there can be an upside to that, where you get a chance to work more, coach more, and then get back on track again.
4 games remaining this season, Brendan. I wonder what you want to learn from your players, what you want to see, and how you want them to treat these games between now and the end of the season.
Well, I think what we've tried to do in my time here is create a winning mentality, and that's something that I want to see in the performance. You know, and a winning mentality means you're playing with that energy and that hunger and that intensity in the game. And okay, it may seem that there's nothing to play for, but for us is to finish as high as we can and take a good performance level into the summer, into pre-season, and that's a better way to finish than it is to just let the season drift. And I've never been one for that. This season, I've always said at the beginning of the season, doesn't stop until the final whistle in the last game of your season. Until that, I expect to see an intensity, a tempo, an attitude in the games that sees us go out and want to win games.
Will there be an opportunity for younger players, some of the academy players in the under-23s, to have an opportunity in these 4 games, or are you focused primarily on the squad that you have at the moment to get through?
Yes, it's primarily with the ones that we have. There's players in there that haven't played either, so I have to respect that. But it's more than likely going to be with the ones that we've had.
Brendan, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We'll end the broadcast section there, and we'll move into the